Hey guys, Killshare here. Today I'm going to be talking about basically part two of the time when the one dude tried to break into my house, which was actually last commentary. So this was a day after, or no, this happened on Friday when he tried to break into my house. So on Monday when I went to school, I was walking around, I got pretty pissed off, and I kind of was just doing the first few blocks of the day pretty normally, walking around, doing the normal things I always do, going to block one, block two. And then when lunch came around is when I decided to go find him. So before all that, on the weekend, I was talking to one of my friends about how that happened. And he brought up, hey, you should beat the shit out of him. I'm like, that's a good idea. So that's what I plan to do on Monday. Because, he pissed me off, he tried breaking into my house, and, he just don't do that thing. So Monday rolls around. He's told a couple people that I'm gonna go out to him, just fuck him up. So during lunch, I decide to just sit down, eat my stuff first before getting up and going to find him. And I don't know how your school is, but our school has, I think, 4 different buildings, and there's three main big buildings, and then there's one more building on the side that's small for the special classes and stuff like that, but you're still able to walk around in there during lunch. So when lunch came around, we decided to go look around all the buildings, starting off with the 910 building, which is the freshman building. And while we were walking around there, we went to all around the first floor, all around the second floor, and all around the third floor of that building. And we didn't find him. So we decided to move on to the next building, the special ed building, which was down at the end by the 1112. And he wasn't there. We went through it. We went through the entire, basically just one hallway with rooms on the side. He wasn't there. There were a couple other people, but not him. So then we decided to go to the music building and production building, which is where we have a school news thing. So sometimes we'll record, or they'll do the news in there, and they'll play it on the morning announcements. And he wasn't there. So finally we headed to the 1112 building, the other biggest, the main building, and this is where the commons are. It's basically the main cafeteria, where you basically have all the tables, everything's there, it's really big and open, stuff like that. So we looked around there, we looked around partially the first floor, we didn't see him, then we went upstairs. And we looked around the whole upstairs, didn't see him down there, so we were heading back down, and back down the stairs on the right side of the building, and when we were going down the final hallway, because we were just going to assume that he was walking around, going to a different building, while we were in some other place that we already looked at. But we saw him at the end of the hallway. He was sitting next to the commons. He was actually behind one of the walls in the big cafeteria, which is why we didn't see him. There's a big divider, or not a big divider, but a decent sized wall on the side for going around and where the classes are. So we went over there and we saw him, and we didn't notice him immediately because we started talking to some other people asking if they seen him, and then someone did say they seen him down farther. So we headed down over there. Of course, we found him sitting kind of on the end of this hallway on the edge of the wall. So of course I said, alright, there he is. And he said, alright, go fuck him up. I'm like, yeah, okay. First I'm gonna talk to him. If he admits it, I'll let him go. If he doesn't admit to coming into or trying to get into our house, well, I'm gonna punch him. And so I went up to him, talked to him for about I'd say 2 minutes, 3 minutes, just asking him, yo, what were you doing at my house? Why were you trying to get in? And he's saying, why are you bothering me about this? This is stupid. Just go away. This is what you're really bothering me for. And I kept asking, what are you doing trying to get into my house? It's answer your damn question. And he's like, dude, just go away. And he points at me. He's like, dude, shut up. Go away. And that's when I swung at him in the side of the head. I hit him once. He put his hands up. I hit him again in the nose. And he started going away, or started running away. So I hit him again in the back of the head, and then one more time, and probably the back of the head, lower neck. So he started running over. He ran over to this random group of people that didn't even know who he was, and he just sat there checking his nose. And I'm like, all right, you gonna tell me yet? And he's like, dude, just go the hell away. And there were teachers around, so I didn't feel like swinging again. I was already pretty pissed off, and I didn't want to get caught immediately. So we decided to go away with the other group of people that I was with, looking around for him. And we kind of just left it there. We went off. I never got suspended or anything for it, and I don't think he ever reported it for a good reason, because he tried getting into my house, which is pretty fucked up. So that's pretty much how it is. And a few days later, actually, I did get called down to the office because one of the principals kind of caught wind of this dude and me fighting, and he kind of just asked me what happened. I told him everything. He asked me to wrote down absolutely everything. He said, well, if I call your parents, they're going to tell me the same thing. I'm like, yes, they will. And that's what he did. He called my parents. They got the exact same story. And, yeah. Pretty much left it there. He, haven't seen him in a couple weeks, because it's really recent. But, I mean, he's pretty much a laughing stock of the school at the same time, too, because he was a junior and I was a freshman. I'm no longer a freshman. I'm 10th grade now. So, yeah. If you guys enjoyed the video, please leave a like, comment, or subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Goodbye.